Hello and welcome back to Judith Plains. Well, this one is quite a weird episode for us, but it's going to be the last one we are doing. I don't know how long for. Obviously, work takes over in real life and I have several other projects that I have just now, and there's not enough time to do everything. And because this doesn't make an income, this is the one to go. So in this episode, we're going to be taking the time to sell all of the animals and all of what we've got, once it's finished saving, all of what we've got kind of stored everywhere. We have made quite a few purchases, so I'm going to run through that quickly. As you can see here with chaff, we got 1.5 million litres of chaff off of that field that we did the forage harvester on. So what we did was we spent $158,000 in total. We didn't finance it, that was for the Oxbow windrower. We bought outright $29,000 for the pickup head and $497,000 for the New Holland forage harvester. The Crampy trailer, I'm not sure how we say that. We've been renting it up till now, but we purchased that outright. That was $95,000. The large bucket was paid outright for the wheel loader. That was $23,000, and we leased, or we didn't lease, we hire purchased it. Will be here. Which one is it? That one? I can't remember what it's called now. I think it's this one. L180H. Oh, it's that one there. So that's it there. We paid $148,125 of a deposit, $1,396 a month for 10 years. The silo compactor, which is... it could be that one. I'm not sure. The compactor for the silo anyway, that was... no, that was purchased outright. That was $21,500 and $6,800 for the leveler. And then a new tanker, which is this one here, for using for water and milk. So obviously we've just topped up not long ago the beer factory with water. And that was a couple of days ago we did that. So there's been a couple of days between the recordings you've seen at the start of this video until me actually making this video just now. The clips before this were several days ago. That was $4,500 deposit, $906 a month for 10 years. But yeah, we are going to be selling off everything just now. So I'm going to run through... this is going to take a minute actually. I'm going to do it on camera so we can see the amounts coming in. We've obviously still got income from the biogas. This is going to take a minute to do with all these individual. Yeah, there's still income from the biogas. So that may, when we hit the hour, it's going to add money in. But I'll work through all of these. Oh, I didn't sell all that ones. This is the worst bit about buying things in small amounts instead of actually maxing out the pen with what you've got. Leaving them to kind of breed and work away. I'm not sure how much, I haven't kept a track there on the screen, so I'm not sure how much we've actually managed to get, but I can check this in a second in our finances and it'll tell us exactly how much we have taken in. There we go, there's the last set there. Right, pigs are done. I think that's not a bad amount actually, 343,000. Right, let's check in our finances here. $261,000. Wow, that is fantastic. Obviously the biogas plant, a good 100, well there's the full month there in June, just under $170,000 worth. I got 101,000 today so far, which is fantastic. Right, we're going to go and head over. I filled them up not long ago with TMR as well. We're going to sell all the cows we've got, the chickens as well, and then we're going to work on the rest of the episode. Unfortunately, we're not going to get our cornfields harvested, so that's quite a big loss, but I think we're just going to sell all the fields, see what we're going to make at the end of it. Kinlake, I'm not going to have time to actually do anything else with Kinlake, so that's kind of unfortunate, but that's the position I'm in. This is actually taking up too much time, even though I've tried to streamline things and make it more efficient, time-lapsing less and just kind of clipping bits here and there, but it's actually the work involved in actually doing the harvest and, you know, planting the fields and all that. There's a lot of time in this behind the scenes that you don't see. You just see the 30 minutes or so, 20-30 minutes of the rendered finished thing. So yeah, that is the goal. We're just going to get everything sold today, all the animals, and see what we end up with. So there probably won't be a montage. We'll probably just clip to the end of this and make this a really quick video so I can get on with doing what I need to do. So we'll see you in just a minute. Well, we're up here with 24,000 litres of potato chips, 16,729 litres of eggs, and 39,000 litres of beer. Took a minute to get this all loaded. It's a good job it's an auto-load trailer. It sped it up so much quicker. Right, let's see if I can get this all in one sale. Yes. $333,462. We'll just quickly check in here. I wanted to see if everything actually was taken at Applebee's before I did that. So that was 333,000 for there. We're up a little bit with the biogas, I think. A total for the animals, 563,925. So that is now all the animals gone. We did have 74,000 litres of TMR in there. They actually ran out of potatoes, which not too bad. We still sold them at 100%. There's still a bit of a straw bale there. We do have manure. We have so much slurry we need to sell. Obviously, they've got quite a chunk of milk, although it doesn't say. It doesn't say milk. Do we still have milk from them? We do, yeah. We've got 79,000 litres, so we can sell. That was a panic moment there. There was only 3,000 litres of grain left there. Obviously, we just sold all the eggs, so that's fine, and we never actually got a chance to have sheep. But I think next up, try and get rid of most of this stuff. I do know that the biogas plant is full, yeah, and we have so much digestate to get rid of. I don't know where I'm going to put it. That should be finished by the end of this episode, so we can get rid of all that silage as well. That's been stopped because we've sold everything. This actually needs to be stopped as well because everything has been sold. We do have some barley in there, but that's fine. Don't need to worry about that. Ethanol, we have so much stuff in here as well. I think I'm just going to fast forward time until most of this is gone and then sell it all off. So that's the next plan. Potato chips have gone, although it's still showing there. I would have liked this to be empty when we finished. But yeah, there's still quite a lot to do. So let's get on with getting the rest of it sold. Well, here we go for the final sale with everything. We do have the Big Bud in there with the Super B trailers because I wasn't going to try and do that on camera. The Big Bud doesn't fit through the door, so you've got to use super strength to get it actually in the door, which is a bit of a pain. And the Super Bs, I can kind of reverse them, but it's just easier throwing it in there now. It's not the easiest thing in the world. Right, that should work from there. We have sold all the animals. We've sold most of the products. We'll just see that in a second. It's not far enough back. Right, we'll do the Big Bud first. We'll just sell them. We don't need to repair or repaint them. So that's $241,218. Just before we do all of this, we did pay off everything in the hire purchase. So the Big Buds and all the other stuff that even we've just purchased not long ago. Everything's been paid off first so that we can sell everything. I don't know if it works out cheaper doing it that way or if you just sell it, it automatically pays off what's due. I don't know. There's that plane overhead again. A really noisy plane. The last thing up to do after this is to sell all the fields. Right, let's sell this. $24,408. $20,694. The Volvo, $119,507. The trailer, which isn't that old actually, $81,942. Everything else is, there is a couple of things we'll just run through quickly that I didn't sell because of what we're going to do. So the silage obviously has been sold. It was yesterday, not today, so it was yesterday's price. I can't remember the actual amount we got for it. We also had 28,000 litres of ethanol. just over 1 million litres of straw. There's 69,000 litres of manure, which we managed to sell. 232,000 litres of alfalfa hay, 284,000 litres of clover hay, a total of 2.3 million litres of silage, which was what was here and what was in the fermenting silo, which is now, it was finished, and that's done there. There was 91,048 litres of potatoes, 79,313 litres of milk. The milk got us $159,167. The slurry and the digestate we're not selling, mainly because digestate, there's no selling point and we were going to use it to fertilise our field anyway, so that was never going to be sold. The slurry was the same, it was never intended to be sold. The manure was kind of the same thing, but we managed to get the sell point for it, so we just sold it. Obviously there is a little bit of ethanol, a little bit of beer left, but we can't do anything with that because they're not full pallets. Herbicide and liquid fertiliser, there is no sell points available, even though it does give a maximum price. I don't know. We can't sell that. Seeds, I can't find that 336 litres. I don't know where it is. It'll be in a bag beside a field that we've forgotten while we're in the middle of seeding. So I don't know. Silage additive, again, there's no selling point. The silage is stuck in the bunker here for some reason, even though it says there's no incoming materials. Oh, that's because it's not filled up. But the bunker still has stuff in it. We can quickly, there you go, as you can see there. So I think there's 1.5 million litres. Yeah, 1,548,603 litres. So there is silage there. I didn't want to go and spend time taking it all out, so we just did it the quick way and sold all that. So there's nothing left in here to sell. That's what we've done already. Obviously, all the animals are done. The pig barn is sold as well. We'll start this up and sell this. This is a big one because this costs quite a bit of money. This was 497,000 and we've used it for 0.6 of an hour because it really did not take long to get through that windrows with that big oxbow windrower. That really sped up time with that one. It's actually, it was a lot quicker than I originally planned it to be. Right, so out of 497,000 for that, 433,000. That's a big drop in money, so that's a big loss there. This was 29,000, so we've not really lost much with that. Right, just jump to the next one. In fact, we'll start that one up. There's the lone cockerel in the middle of the yard again. It's not going to get much out of the tar. Right, we'll sell these two up, and then after that we'll sell all of our fields. There's nothing, I can't sell Bison Ridge. I don't know why. But we got the money for that. I put that straight into the bank, so we can't sell Bison Ridge. It says there's a placeable on it. I don't know where there's a placeable. I've searched everywhere. I'm not 100% sure for that one. But there's the last two of our machinery. So the Case Quad Track, oh my god, it's 31,000 to repair it. I don't know if that's going to bring, but let's do it. And what are we at? 262. Sure, we're at 292. Yeah, it's not too bad. So $297,662. Volvo high-tip bucket, $20,930. And this switch has worked for half an hour. $267,011. So that's it. There is no more vehicles now. That was 585,000 worth. So last up, the land. That's all we've got to sell now. I wish I could have done more with this series, but they're just, as I said at the start of this, there really isn't a time I've got to do this, and it's not fair to keep going and trying to get an episode out a week. Right, let's sell this field, just over $1 million. I think we can sell the biogas from here. Oh wow, that was 1.6 million. We've lost $1 million in the biogas. Wow, so $634,015. That's a really large loss, that one actually. This Bison Ridge, as I've said, it says you cannot sell while you still own placeables on it. I can't find placeables, but I don't know if we have to sell anything like this off individually. I don't know what's happening with that. But we did, the money that it did cost to purchase, that 173, that's already in the bank from that. We added that in manually because we couldn't sell it, but because we did purchase it, we didn't start with it. So field 40, $367,496. Field 28, $660,792. Field 15, $385,848. Field 17, $418,416. Field 9, $349,056. Field 7, $103,824. Field 13, $315,720. Field 2, $186,984. Field 3, $124,296. Field 10, $189,696. And finally, Field 20, $307,584. So that should be everything that we own now sold, apart from Bison Ridge, but we've already added the money in for that. There is nothing else. Oh, there is the ethanol plant, because we purchased that. And the beer factory as well, because we purchased that. Right, let's visit this. I don't know if we can we sell that from the map? It's not letting us click the actual. There we go, the beer factory. Sell that $101,442, which means the ethanol plant we could potentially, that's there, yeah. So we'll sell that $101,442. I'm pretty sure they cost more than that. 240. Well, that's not too bad then. So that's the one that's on Bison Ridge. I think that's maybe the reason. I don't know. And the corn dryer obviously was Bison Ridge as well. I think because they're owned productions, because we've bought the land, I think that could be the issue, but I'm not 100% sure. But that's everything sold. We've now got no more vehicles. So finances here. Over the past 2 days, we've sold almost $4 million worth of vehicles. New vehicles, that's obviously because we jumped into today as well. The monthly payments have come off. 1 million in buildings, 4.5 million in land sale, 259,000 in sold products, 1.1 million in harvest income, 33,000 of the biogas plant income, which that's very worthwhile if you're going to do that, I must say. The miscellaneous is 193,209. That would have been partly Bison Ridge, and I think there was something else as well that I couldn't do anything with, so I sold that as well. So, leaving Judith Plains with a massive 11.6 million in the bank after selling everything off, which is absolutely fantastic for only having 5 years worth of work. And starting with, I believe it was either 100,000 or I think it was $500,000. So 5 years, we've made 11.6 million, and we would have made a damn sight more as well if we had kept going with that, the biogas, because that was a serious money maker, and so was ethanol. But we'll leave this here. As I said, I'm really not happy to be doing this with a series, but I just don't have the time, unfortunately. And because this doesn't make any money, this has to go, and it does take up quite a large amount of time. But we are going to head off. If we do come back, I'll leave the channel live so that you can view all the videos whenever you want. If I do come back, I will post up in the community tab a quick kind of introduction again that we're coming back. But if I'm being honest, I can't see that happening, at least for the next couple of years. There's too much going on for this to keep going the way it is. So unfortunately, I have to leave this and you guys, but thank you all very much for your subscriptions, the likes, the comments, and the watch hours. Obviously, we almost crossed over into the first part of being paid, but the subscribers wasn't there for the 500 subscriber count. But thank you all very much for watching since, I believe, late 2020. So almost 6 years in a couple of months' time. So thank you very much for that, and we'll see you all again, hopefully, not very soon this time, but hopefully soon. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and the wrap up of the series. As I said, unfortunately I won't be able to do Kinleg. I just don't have the time for it, so that just stops wherever it is. But because we haven't sold up Kinleg, we could start off from there. But thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you again hopefully at some point in the near future. Thanks for watching.